Hello everyone, welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya, and today we meet again to discuss about the world's oldest banyan tree. That's right, scientists have recently discovered world's oldest banyan tree that is 700 years old, approximately 700 years old. We'll find out about that tree, where it is located, and how did we find that out, like what is the method through which we found it out, and a global comparison regarding the oldest trees that have been declared so far. All right. So that's all we'll be covering today. Let's start with understanding what has been discovered recently. That is a banyan tree. A banyan tree in Bihar's Munger district. It has been identified, and it has been identified as world's oldest accurately dated banyan tree. All right. How so? Scientists have estimated its age at around 700 years using high precision radiocarbon dating. What is the method that has been used here? High precision radiocarbon dating. Remember the method, we'll talk about it, marking a major breakthrough in the scientific dating of tropical heritage tree. The study has been published in the journal Quaternary Research that establishes age of the Ficus Benghalensis tree through scientific evidence rather than the folklore. Okay, folklores have already always been saying that this is an oldest tree, this is something that had existed when Mahabharat was happening, something that had existed when World War was happening. Many folklores have been there. Right? So they were like, let's calculate the age and let's find out the truth, because we cannot depend upon these folklores. So, well, it is 700 years old. It is 700 years old. Local traditions have given it an estimate age since the ancient times. Right? Exactly. So this discovery and the age, let's talk about it. The high precision radiocarbon dating placed it at 7 centuries ago. A record holder, it is now world's oldest accurately dated. Please remember that. There are many trees that are claimed as oldest trees. This is accurately dated. That means by scientific method, we have actually dated it. And then this is the world's oldest accurately dated banyan tree, right? It has shifted the reliance from local folklore to science. Predates local history. It was previously assumed that tree was planted 300 to 350 years ago. It wasn't even thought that it would be 700 years old. It was thought that this would be 300 to 350 years old, right? Alongside the historic Bada Bungalow, that is the British structure. So science has proven that the tree came first and the building came later on, right? The building came later on. This is a surviving remnant of ancient natural forest, right? Exactly. So let's understand, how did we calculate this? Like, how were we able to identify that it was 700 years old and not 300, 350 years old? How did we do that? Okay. So first of all, traditional tree dating via counting annual growth rings. The first it does not work well on tropical deadleaf trees like banyan. Okay. The best, easiest method is we calculate the rings. What do? See, this is the tree. This is the banyan tree that we're talking about. What we'll do is we'll just cut it out. And lift it a little bit to count the rings. Okay, to count the rings, and that method can be used. This way we will have rings. If you keep calculating these rings, they develop time after time, and after the calculation of the rings, you can find the age. But this method is a bit difficult in trees like banyan, okay, tropical broadleaf trees like banyan, because they don't have distinct yearly rings. Okay. Otherwise, normal trees, they have yearly rings. Like how many rings equal the number of years. Very simple. But in banyan, they don't have distinct year-wise rings. That's why it becomes very difficult. So here, to overcome this, the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleosciences, Lucknow, led by Dr. Trina Bose, they've developed a new method. What is the new method? Targeting the pit. They extract a wood sample close to the pit of the very raw wood of the tree, that is the absolute center, the earliest wood, the first one that would have been, right, of a secondary trunk and the primary branch. Of both of them, they will capture this. Then alpha cellulose extraction. They isolate the alpha cellulose. They isolate alpha cellulose. This is the most stable, chemically unaltered component of plant cell walls, right? There are plant cells and there is a cell wall. The most unaltered component, if it is unaltered, it will be able to tell us the accurate age, right? The accurate time period, the accurate time when this was being created. So they extract the alpha cellulose, and then through AMS radiocarbon, they will do this. This undergoes accelerator mass spectrometry, and then to trace the carbon isotopes, they're calibrated using advanced software, that is INTCAL20 or OXCAL, for definitive accuracy. How do they do that? The samples are put under a radio frequency. That radio frequency works at a particular spectrometry, and under that they are placed, and through an advanced software, that placed in object, that placed in cell wall and alpha cellulose, it will be tested and it will give us a definite accuracy. All right, this is how it is calculated. There's a tree, you keep shredding the tree, and there will be a pit. Pit is the very center part, the very raw wood of the tree that hasn't gotten hard. It is very soft wood, and the very center that must have developed like at the earliest of the time, right? Obviously, that is how tree will go. It will be a plant, shrub, then it will start growing in a small tree, right? So the moment it starts growing, it starts expanding. So anything that is at the center of the plant must be the oldest structure of it, right? That will be able to give us good information. So from that pit, we extract a particular compound that can particularly tell us the aging through our radio frequency. What is that? That is our alpha cellulose. So we take out alpha cellulose from the pit, then we put it under inspection through the radio frequency. This alpha cellulose will tell us that how the age has been calculated and what the age is right now. Okay, exactly. So that's how we do it. And other method is obviously the rings, and this will be the pit. Okay, this will be the center of it. That will be the pit, where the wood is very soft, very raw, and very old. All right, exactly. Why this matters so much? Why this matters so much? Why is it so important? Because everybody is playing guesswork. Everybody's playing guesswork, and rings don't work on banyan trees and other broadleaf trees, deciduous broadleaf trees. So we needed another method. We have this method now, and we are calculating it so that we have the status of oldest trees. That's how we have developed many other status of trees. For example, we have number one, Methuselah, that is in the Great Basin, pine species located in White Mountains, California, USA. Its verified age, just imagine, its verified age is 4,857 years. 4,857 years, that's right. What is the characteristic? This is oldest known living individual of known colonial tree in the world. Oldest known, all right. Then we have Sarve Abarku, Persian cypress, located in Iran, 4,000 to 4,500 years ago. It is planted and cultural and historic monument protected by Iran. They protect it very dearly because it is very historical, right? Then we have the Langurney yew. This is common yew, Conway, Wales, UK, 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. Fragmented ancient tree growing in Churchyard Cemetery. Okay. Then we have the Gran Abuelo, Ehlers, also a cypress, and then it is in the National Park of Chile. 3,600 plus years ago, located in the wet rainforest. Some estimates are that it could even exceed 5,000 years. Okay. Then we have Jomon Sugi, this is Cytomeria, Yakushima, Japan, 2,170 to 7,000 years ago. There's a range. We haven't been able to get an accurate date. This is at least 2,000 years old in the folklores as well, right? Then we have the Munger Banyan, that is Ficus, and we have Bihar, India, 700 years ago, and world's oldest scientifically dated tropical banyan tree. Words, not India's. Please mark that. Clear? So there has been multiple datings. India also needed to do this. We will continue the dating procedure, and we will have a lot of more oldest trees of the world in India for sure, right? The numbers will be less because of the colonialization that happened, and they cut down all the trees and they took it with them. So naturally the tree age and verifications are very low, but still it is a huge achievement over technology at least, right? Over the technology of calculating at least, we've done very well. Clear? Exactly. So this was about the oldest banyan tree. I hope this is clear. Yes? Okay. We have a question for you regarding this. We have a question for you regarding the Munger banyan tree. Read the question, give us your answer in the comment section, alright? Done? Alright, let us know your answer in the comment section. That's about it. That's about the oldest banyan tree. Yes? Alright. That's all. See you. Take care. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.